What's up everybody, it's Paul from Boosted Films, and in this video we're going to change the engine air filter and cabin air filter on this 2026 Mazda 3. Now if you want to buy the same filters I used in this video, I'll put a link in the video description down below, and I'll also pin the top comment. But let's jump into it. We're going to start with the cabin air filter, and to do that we're going to open up the passenger side door. Move your seat back if you want a little extra room, but we're going to open up our glove box and take anything out of the way because we need to remove this piece inside the glove box. This plastic piece just kind of snaps in from the top, so whatever you can do to get some leverage to pry it down. I'm going to utilize a flathead screwdriver here and a trim removal tool. You can just kind of get in there to pry this down. You might be able to get your hands on it too, just to pull it down with your fingers, but either way you need to remove this plastic trim piece here. Once we pull that trim piece out of the way, you should be able to see your blower motor and your cabin air filter. Not a fan of this design, but when I tried to squeeze the top and the bottom towards the center here at the same time, it didn't really squeeze together and pull it very well. So what I did is I kind of used my thumb to push the top to release it, and then push the bottom to release it, and then I could kind of squeeze them both to pull it out. So it can be a little bit tricky, but you should be able to eventually release the top and the bottom to slide it out. If there is any larger debris on top of the filter, try to keep it on the filter itself so it doesn't fall into your blower motor. So now we've been opening up our new cabin and engine air filter. This was a combo kit that I got. So I'm going to open up the cabin air filter here, of course, compare it to the old one that we removed and make sure they look about the same. And then watch for the airflow direction as well. We want that airflow arrow to be pointing down when we go to reinstall this new filter. So here you can see I got that airflow direction arrow pointing down. Going to give it a spin, of course, to then slide it in place. So you may have to tilt this a little bit initially to get it past that plastic part that's in the way, but then you need to lift it up and make sure you're pushing it in, parallel to push it in all the way. Then again, I'm not a huge fan of the way these clip in place because it doesn't feel super solid, but eventually if you push it, it should ideally clip in. You won't necessarily hear it fully pop in place, but as long as it doesn't slide out super easily, it should be all right. But I will say I did buy a different filter off Amazon first that really did not clip in at all, so I just sent it back because it just didn't fit right. Now when you reinstall this plastic piece, note that there's those protruding parts on the bottom portion towards the back. We're going to line those up first, get those in place first, and then you should be able to just push the top part up and hear it snap in place. And there you go. That's most of the job. You can put anything back into your glove box that you had. Close up your glove box, put your seat back where it was, close up your door, and you should be all set on changing your cabin air filter. Now we're going to move over to the driver's side of the car and start on the engine air filter job. So with that, we're going to open up our driver's side door, and then down by the driver's side kick panel here, we're going to pull this lever to release our hood latch. And just at the center of the hood here, you should be able to reach up a little bit and then slide the safety release latch over to the left. Here's a better shot showing that latch itself. There's a prop rod here you're going to want to grab. If it's hot, that's what the foam part is for. So you grab the prop rod, lift it up, and set it on this portion of the hood. You can see this arrow pointing exactly to where you should set that prop rod. Here's our air box. There's a filter in between the top half and the bottom half, and this filters air going into your engine. There are two main clips that are going to hold it in place here that we're going to have to release, these two clips, but then we're also going to make note of these slots where it kind of slides into on the side closer to the engine. These clips should release pretty easy. You should just grab your thumb and you should be able to just pry it down and they should release. Then you should be able to just lift up the top portion of your air box and slide it. You can pull it towards you to slide it out of those portions where it's slid into. Otherwise, just lift it up. And if you got enough room, you should be able to pull out your original engine air filter. And a lot like the cabin air filter, I like to compare the old to the new. So we're going to open up our brand new engine air filter. Compared to the old one, just make sure it looks like it's the same size and everything else. These can go in either direction from what I gathered. There's not a one specific way as far as horizontally, if you will. Obviously, you don't want you can't go in upside down, it has to be right side up. But as far as what side goes in first, I don't think it actually matters. So of course we slide that in, and then you're gonna watch to make sure that these slots line up. And what I like to do is lift up a little bit on the end I'm at, and then push down on the other side to make sure it slides in, and it should slide in all the way. A different angle showing the same thing. And also just noting that a tricky part of this might be that if it's hard to get these clips back on, it probably means it's not lined up quite right. So as you can see, I'm actually going to slide the box a little bit more towards me, and then it's going to fall in place, and then those clips should go on all the way. So that's the way this car was. I don't know if they'll all specifically be like that. If it seems very hard to get those clips back on, try to move that top half of the airbox around a little bit, because you might just need to get it to drop down just a little bit more. Now we're going to close our hood, so we're going to lift it up slightly, grab our prop rod and set it back down in place. Should be able to clip it in place where it was before, and then set down our hood just a little bit, a couple inches up, and let it slam so it closes all the way. So there you go, everybody. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you want to help me out, of course, you can leave a like and a comment. And also, actually, if you want to help other people out that might potentially be doing this same job, if you want to comment if this was the same procedure for a different year Mazda 3, or maybe even a different model Mazda 3, if the procedure was pretty much the same, if you could comment with the make, model, and year of your car, that could be helpful for other people watching this video as well. But of course, I'm just a guy on YouTube who likes to document what he does, so there's a chance I did something wrong, or you know of a better way to do something as well. So if you want to leave a comment about a different, better way to do something, or a helpful trick that you found, you could share that with everyone as well. But as always, this is Paul from Boosted Films, saying thanks so much for watching. I just want to say that domestic violence is never okay. If you or someone you know is experiencing issues with a partner and doesn't feel safe, please visit the website thehotline.org or call 1-800-799-SAFE.